angles here at Sonee's Florida Sports Report. You know, we don't let a beam hold us back. When I need to talk to one time, I need to talk to one time. So he's getting that other hand wrapped, and so we're going to sit here for a minute and just talk a little bit. So I don't know, though, but I told Dan I want to stay cute, so I don't like getting hit in the face. So I have to be like a knockout puncher, you know, first-round knockout, and that just doesn't happen your whole career. But you know what? Spending a little time on that heavy bag, we did that so that you young boxers out there see there's a lot of theory behind hitting the bag. It's not just about pounding that bag, huh, Keith?
Yeah, like you said, there's a lot going behind it. You know, you should always be thinking about a fight scenario, whether you're shadow boxing, hitting the heavy bag, or on the mitts, you know. Boxing is it's a sport, but it's a very dangerous sport. I like saying that it's one of the only sports that people don't play. Boxers don't play. So, you know, number one rule, protect yourself at all times. That's why I was saying keep your hands up, throw from the chin, back to the chin. And, you know, you just got to work on your craft every day. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. Champions aren't created overnight. Legends aren't created overnight. You just got to put in a lot of hard work and dedication.
And that's where the art of it comes in, is it not? I mean, like, you know, you said that it's not just a, you know, you don't play this. When I saw you working on that heavy bag, there's a certain amount of artistry and beauty to that movement that you have, and I'm sure you've noticed that in some of our boxing legends that we remember.
It's really, that's where my passion lies in the sport, is in the art of the sport. And the fact that, you know, even though we're moving around the ring and we're applying damage to another being, you know, we're doing it in a very rhythmic way. And like you said, it's like an art. It's almost like, it's like dancing, you know. It's dancing, just a lot violent, you know, a little bit more violent than dancing.
And you don't like your partner so much.
Exactly, you know. You know, sometimes you guys get in close, but you're definitely not the best of friends, at least not while you're in the ring.
Let's talk a little bit about fights that have happened, because there's been some exciting boxing going on before we talk about what's going on with you. What was your take on that, you know, I know you wanted Paulie. You and Paulie been going back and forth, and I really wish you could have had Paulie for this next fight, honestly. But what'd you think about that Broner-Malignaggi battle?
It was a pretty good fight, you know. You really can't complain. I think the fans got their money's worth. It was very interesting. What you got to see, in my opinion, was two world-class fighters that came in to fight their fight. Paulie went in. He stuck to his game plan. He fought his fight. He threw his little pity-pat punches. He continued to out-throw Adrian Broner. He was winning rounds with that strategy. Everybody knows it. His only flaw was his defense. Certain times he was vulnerable. He was getting caught by power punches from Adrian Broner, mostly the right hand and the left hook. And when he was getting caught, it was clear to the judges, and to be even on my scorecard, he lost by 2 rounds.
Busy but ineffective. Fair assessment?
Yes, that's correct.
So we're back in the game here. We're still at the St. Pete Boxing Gym. This is Sonee from Sonee's Florida Sports Report. You know I bring you the best in boxing news, and I get down and dirty with it sometime. I got tired of coming in here and sweating, guys, in my good clothes, so I came in here in my gym clothes today. I put on some hand wraps. One time took me to the heavy bag. I think I held my own. I think my martial artist friends out there would be happy and be a little jealous that I got to mix it up with Keith. So next time, maybe, Keith, you'll let me teach you some kicks and stuff. So, add to your arsenal a little bit. Now, let's get back to Paulie, Adrian.
To be honest, I didn't watch it. You know, I was interested in the fight, but I'm not interested in the hype. I'm not interested in the talk. To me, it was a good fight. The second was made. They really barely had it hype it up, in my opinion. You know, good fights are good fights. Fighters sometimes like to get in another fighter's head by talking pre-fight. You know, before the fight, talking, saying what you got to say, whatever, you know, getting them off their game a little bit or making them a little frustrated so that, you know, even though they had a smart game plan, now they just can't wait to hit you, you know. So, like I said, I didn't really pay attention to a lot of it. I heard that both men said things that they probably shouldn't have said.
Last time I was in the gym, I talked to you and Dan about who you would like your next opponent to be. That was pre-Zavik, okay? And then Paulie's name came up. And Paulie's name came out of both your mouths. You kind of want to shut him up a little bit. I know you guys got in the mix at the press conference in New York a little bit. Now that Broner has had Malignaggi for an appetizer, how about you having him for the entree? You think that it's a perfect setup now for you to get that fight with Malignaggi, and do you still want it?
I'm ready for anybody at any given time. You know, I've said it many times. I mean, you know, Broner is saying the people can pick his next opponent. You know, I mean, that's real fighters. That's how we are. We don't care who we fight. You know, if Paulie isn't done fighting, if he doesn't want to retire yet, you know what I'm saying, I'll go ahead and step in the ring with him. You know, I'd help him make that decision technically. You know. I really don't think Paulie wants any of this. Matter of fact, I think there's a lot of fighters that don't want none of Keith one-time Thurman. So, you know, I'm not focused on them. I'm focused on Diego Chavez. I'm focused on July 27th. I'm focused on giving the fans a great performance. I'm trying to come back into the ring with my Quintana mentality for all those who caught the Quintana fight. So, you know, we're just training hard, and we're just getting ready for this one, and then we're going to get ready for whoever is next.
Okay, now for there's always naysayers. There's always critics. And you know I come in and I ask the hard questions, Keith, and I know you appreciate that. We don't answer just the cush questions here. So the question I have for you with regard to Diego Chavez is, what do you say to the people who say, well, why isn't Keith, why isn't he fighting someone who's more of a name, and why isn't this happening, or why isn't that? Is there a why Diego Chavez? Daquan Arnett in the house. Turn around here, meathead. I am Orlando. One time. Is he up?
We awake, baby. We awake. We feel good. We're getting ready for July. You know the routine.